this. Well, I'm just gonna show in this video a video of my Tic-Tac-Toe that I just made in Minecraft. Probably tomorrow or something I'm going to implement actual wind detection, so it resets the game and just like flashes a light on the side of the winner, like something like this. I don't know. Okay. So, I'm just gonna stay quiet for now. But like, I'm just gonna fly around. Whenever I need to talk, I'll talk. And yeah. First, I'm gonna show you how the game actually looks. Give me 1 second. I like this shader pack more for Tic-Tac-Toe. Anyways, yeah, I just made this with redstone. It took a while, but like, I like it. It's cool. So, anyways, here's the on-off switch. It just, yeah, it's an on-off switch. Once you press it, the game starts, and a light lights up on either side, saying whose turn it is. So right now it's the cross's turn. It's a plus, but anyways, if I try to, like, you can't do anything on the other side whatsoever, because it's all locked using repeaters. But yeah, so I can just place anywhere I want. For example, like up there. Then it becomes this side's turn, and this side can't do anything until it's their turn anyways. Oh yeah, and that right there is the turn system. The turn system just uses an SR latch, and it's just pretty simple. It locks itself so like no more inputs from the same side can go in. For no reason, I don't know, I thought it would make sense. I don't want to think about it right now. And anyways, this is a bunch of repeaters because I can connect with all the other redstone dust around, and I didn't have much space to put it anywhere else. So yeah, like, all the inputs just connect back all the way into one redstone line to the SR latch, and the same exact thing for the other side. The other side looks a bit less like spaghetti wiring, so that's the good part about the other side. I'll tell you what everything is, like, color-coded later. So, just gonna place down a couple of things so you can see how the game is. This, as I said, there's no wind detection yet. I'm trying to figure out, like, a way to remember everything and then just be able to, like, detect when a combination has been done. I was thinking of doing a bunch of free input AND gates and make 8 of those for each side, but that's just weird, like really weird. So, yeah, that's just gonna be really weird and confusing. Well, not confusing, but it's just bad, it's boring. And there's no way to actually organize it, so I'm trying to figure out, like, do I do a ROM, do I do barrel storage, do I do chest storage, I don't know, but anyways. So it's X's turn. Oh yeah, and also there is a penalty for this placing in a spot that's already taken, and it skips your turn. Yep, it just skips your turn, and it's a penalty. Totally not like I'm just right now making excuses for me not having enough energy today to finish it off, so it has actual no punishment, but still. Yeah, like that, the X's, the X side 1 with a diagonal, like, you can still place, because there's no wind detection automatic reset yet, but after you're done, you can just press the on-off switch, and it'll clear the whole entire board, which is extremely satisfying. So, yeah, I'm just gonna explain, like, what every single color is. It's all color-coded here. So, like, the purple is the on-off switch, and right here we have this latch, I don't know what to call it. Then we have a downwards line leading to the lime, which is actually the locking, so like if it's on your turn you can't go, and it just locks the repeaters. and this, it just connects to that, and this looks like an Armageddon or something. It looks more like a building than this redstone machine. But this, the magenta is actually the wiring for the O's, and vice versa. Blue is the wiring for the X's. I'm just gonna call them X because like plus seems weird when you're playing Tic-Tac-Toe. Like, yeah, and it just all wires up to where it's supposed to go. I'll explain this later. And then it just repeats and repeats, repeats until like everything's wired up. I just noticed this, by the way. It's bugging me so much, but I don't want to like break this to fix it. I don't want to. Anyways, so yeah, it's just all the wiring. It goes into the places. Now I'm gonna explain the actual board itself. So this is self-explanatory. A 3x3 grid of 3x3 grids of redstone lamps. And then the sign part here, it's just for the thing to make sure like this, so like if a signal comes in from X, from O for example, it keeps it repeats that by locking the repeater locks itself if this is on. This is where the on-off switch actually connects to. This yellow part over here connects to it, like you can see there. And this is an AND gate. So if an input comes here, since it's buttons, it'll only stay for 1 second because it's still buttons. So it won't lock itself because if this is not on, it won't lock itself because the AND gate, like this, it still transmits the signal, but it does not do anything whatsoever. It doesn't even display anything on the screen. It doesn't even display anything on the screen because this is not on. If this was on, then this input would be on. An AND gate, you know what, let me just re-say that so it's not confusing. This is an AND gate. An AND gate is when both of the inputs have to be on for the output to be on. If it's only one of the inputs, or then it just won't work. That's just so if this input is not on and just this one comes in, it won't turn this on and lock itself. So basically what this does is it locks itself if this is on. So the signal stays there and keeps displaying something. And right after that, it just goes up and locks the other thing. I know this is not necessary since we have the turn system, but I made this, this is the second thing second for like the wiring and building it, for the actual thing to work. This is the second thing I did, and I didn't really interpret that, but this does actually fix the delay of the turn system, so this is a kind of an advantage. And it just goes up, if the signal actually comes through, it goes up and locks the repeater up, and it locks the repeater up here so no signal can get through, and vice versa, it goes downwards. So this is just repeated using world edits to keep going for each single cell. And then another thing I use world edit for, you can't blame me, is for the what's this called? Is for this part. This is for the actual display. So basically what this does, if this, so like once it's done, once it's actually turned on, this is the X's. So it goes through here. Alright, I turned off all damage. Anyways, it goes through here, and right here, it's just a repeater to make sure like this doesn't connect to it, and it hits this target block, and this target block, like, I thought the target block would do something. I don't know if it actually does something or not, but I don't know. So the signal goes up to this piece of redstone dust, which lights and either the redstone dust itself or the target block and redstone dust light up this, 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 and this. So it just makes a plus shape. Oh my, you gotta be kidding me. And it just makes a plus shape like this. And the other side, oh my, and the other one, the top, it goes size, goes to the top two corners and due to quasi-connectivity, thank you. This, thanks to a big I clicked them at the same time. And big thanks to quasi-connectivity, it doesn't just light up these, it lights up all of these. And the same exact thing is repeated for the bottom corners, so it does that. And like basically that means when it's the circles like this does not matter, but it's just like there's two inputs going to these two. Oh yeah, and not only for those two, but it's like that. But yeah. So yeah, it's like that. It just lights up the corners. And that's just repeated again. And everything's color-coded and stuff. I already said that. And the display is the first thing that I built, but not for the actual thing to function. This is the first thing that I built for the actual thing to function. And the display here is just a 3x3 grid of 3x3 grids of redstone lamps. I've said that before, and I just had the biggest stutter of all time. That was, oh my. Anyways, so yeah, this is the actual thing. Then the turn system, it goes up to here and lights up this lamp, also using an AND gate actually. And so I made it so using an AND gate, if the game is not turned on, it won't display anything because it will look weird, like, oh, the game's not on, why is this lit up? So yeah, that would be weird for that to happen, so I just made sure it doesn't happen using an AND gate. Yeah. Then the green thing, if it's this, so if it's pink, I don't know. It's just inverted. So if pink goes, it turn. Oh right. So if pink goes, this this turns on, which locks everything from pink. Why am I saying pink? It's, you know, I don't care. If an O goes, it locks all the O inputs because it's not its turn anymore. And once the cross goes, this it just does the exact same thing. It locks itself and unlocks the pink. So yeah, it's like that. And everything's just. And I just built a little platform because I was super happy that I actually finished it. I built a neat platform with this build hack, you could call it. And yeah, that's it. Not sure if there's something that I missed. So I'll just quickly say every single color from color coding it. Pink is turn system. Lime is an addition to turn system, so like locks the team that's not his turn. The purple is the on-off system. The yellow is yellow is the part that makes it like so you can actually do something. This is just the second part of the on-off system, just like the lime over there. Magenta is O input. Blue is X input, and cyan is the thing that processes the inputs of the two teams. White is the thing that displays it. The orange blocks are the inputs. And yeah. That's it. That's my tic-tac-toe machine. That's my first ever redstone project, and I'm really proud of it because it turned out great. So yeah.